Right. Yes, yep. Hi, how are you? Namaste. Ooh, we have an audience. Hi, Sunil ji, Namaskar. Nora, hi, Namaskar. Okay, we can start. Okay, let's begin. Why I got debilitated Jupiter and exalted Venus at the same time? Any sin from past regarding money? I don't know, sir. Sin from past and all. We are just supposed to utilize our best, utilize our planetary position in the best way. So I cannot tell you why you got some planetary position. Whatever you got, you have to utilize in the best way. Namaste. Hi Tapshi, how are you? Uh, Sudeep, I just wanted to ask Malefics will be somewhere in the entire chart. What's role of free will and are we bound to destinies? Thank you so much for having guided me in my difficult times. I'm so happy to help you. Uh, everything is destiny, but we don't know what is destiny. Okay, understand. Destiny can only be seen in hindsight. In advance, you can never know what is destiny. 10 years ago, no one knew that I will become an astrologer. Now, also, no one knows what will happen after 10 years. So, destiny is always in the hindsight. Everything is predestined, but we don't know what is predestined. Okay. So, in that ignorance of destiny, we have to put our most conscious efforts. That's it. So, if you see from this angle, everything is free will. And but the only thing what I am adding to free will is destined conscious free will. Okay, free will can be conscious and unconscious both. I can utilize my free will unconsciously also. I can utilize my free will consciously also. And even a serial killer can say that he utilizes free will, but and that free will is not of any use. And like a person who has done great things in the world, he can also say that he has utilized free will, but that is more conscious free will. Okay, so utilize your free will conscious. Good evening. If functional malefic planets for Lagna is Atmakaraka means how can we understand, sir? For example, Mercury for Cancer and Saturn placed in functional malefic was only functioning as a malefic for that house related matters. Like if you think that Mercury is your functional malefic planet, being the 12th lord or being the third lord, then it is only functioning as a malefic in the third house or 12th house related matters. Okay, for everything else in chart, it is still like neutral and benefic planet, gentle benefic planet. Okay, so functional malefic is not for the whole chart, it is for that particular house related activities. Like for Cancer ascendant, Jupiter becomes functional malefic because it rules the sixth house with its small Trikon sign Sagittarius. So when this person deals with sixth house related matters, they can feel pinch from Jupiter. But for everyone, everything else in the chart, it is still the most benefic planet. I have been researching hard. That's great. But I'm unable to truly understand astrology. No need to understand. Okay. Understanding comes through mind, and astrology is something which is beyond mind. So don't no need to understand. I treat and try to match current transit with my life. Then also events are not matching exactly. What to do? Who is matching it? Mind is matching it. Mind cannot match beyond desires. The mind cannot understand a language which is beyond mind. Okay, so I understand one thing: all our interpretations are our desires. Whatever I interpret by looking at my chart, if I'm looking at my chart, whatever I interpret, it will be my desire. I will not be able to like 100% separate myself from my desires. So that's why we find it difficult to correctly interpret, because I cannot be ruthless against me. I cannot be brutal against me myself. Okay, so this is why we find it is difficult to understand astrology. Astrology is fine. Mind is coming in the way. Mind is filtering out the information. Okay, so this is why we find the difficulty. For Leo ascendant, fourth lord in the 12th house, 9 places away, 12th lord in the 8th house, 9 places away, 8th lord in the 4th house, 9 places away. What does it indicate? It indicates when you involve yourself into 4th house, 8th house, 12th house related matters, you will be having benefits. Like you will be feeling good luck, fortune coming. Ninth is the house of fortune. So this is what you feel, fortune. What is the effect of Mars, Venus, Jupiter in first house Capricorn Lagna? Mars, Venus, Jupiter. Mars is exalted, Jupiter is debilitated. Again, in relationship matters, this person can suffer because of Jupiter being debilitated. But for suffer means they may have to accommodate a lot. Okay, that can be the situation. But when it comes to working for self, if this person focuses on working for self, first house is self and 3 planets there, then this person can get better results. I'm good. Hope you are going great. Great. Noraji, is Saturn in ninth house opposite Jupiter in the third house is good Raj Yoga for Aries ascendant. Raj Yogas, what is the definition of Raj Yoga? uh, Kendra Lord, Trikon Lords are in any type of energy exchange in Kendra houses, Trikon houses. So as third house is involved, this is not like a strong Raj Yoga. There is still an energy exchange. Some sort of good results will still come, but it is not a strong Raj Yoga. Okay, as third house is involved. Uh, Hi Gaurav, how are you? Any remedy of Jupiter debilitated Leo ascendant moon in Punarvasu? Remedy is meditation. Meditate. I'm not looking at individual charts. What is the meaning of Jupiter, Venus, Ketu in 8th house Aquarius? Good for research oriented activities. Any kind of research oriented activity, this person can be very good. Research oriented knowledge, both are knowledge oriented planet, Jupiter and Venus. Also, financial nature of research. Okay. Need analysis for marriage life. Marriage, you are asking wrong person. Astrology and marriage has no connection with each other. Okay. Then is Saturn in ninth house opposite Jupiter in the third house is powerful Raj Yoga, right? Even though Jupiter is combust, since Saturn is malefic to Aries. As I said, it is a Raj Yoga, but it is not a strong Raj Yoga. Is Saturn maturity considered at the age of 35, 36? If so, then how does it turn out to be beneficial? Okay, it never turns out to be beneficial. Understand, this is a misconception. It is not that after 36 it is suddenly going to become beneficial. Nothing like that. Okay, we become mature. It is not Saturn maturing, we are becoming mature. We have better understanding, we have better wisdom and maturity to handle the Saturn energy. So it is not that Saturn is changing its role. Saturn is the same: delay, hard work, perseverance. We are more patient, we are more perseverant with our work. We are not questioning that much. Okay, we have realized our limitations and boundaries in life. So it is that we are changing. Saturn is same. We are becoming mature around 35, 36 years of age. Sagittarius rising. So Saturn is not changing its nature to benefit. It is just that person is becoming mature. Sagittarius rising. Mars is ruler of Trikona house, right? What if it sits in 12th house? Being ruler of Trikona house, does it become malefic? Mars is in own sign, right? So it should be fine unless there is another malefic impact there. Mars in Scorpio is fine. It shows that person gets a higher education in foreign lands or goes for higher education or activities, actions in foreign lands. May be involved into occult or spiritual nature of higher education also. But when it comes to relationship, again, lots of instabilities. Ketu with Mars in Scorpio for Sagittarius moon sign and moon with Jupiter in Sagittarius. Okay, shows a true spiritual person or a detract and rebellious. Ketu involvement for Sagittarius ascendant moon. It is like a good. I would say more a religious person rather than a spiritual person. A religious person who is interested in occult mysticism. Okay, rather than seeing a spiritual person. Okay, he may be more interested in theories. Okay, philosophies, literature, and all. I love Saturn. Will Saturn accept my love proposal? Ask Saturn why you are asking me. I am not Saturn's spokesperson. Saturn in fifth house in conjunction with Mars for Cancer ascendant and running Saturn Mahadasha and impact of Saturn present transit on Lagna. Your views, sir. These transit and all articles are already written. Please refer to those articles because it takes a lot of time to explain it. Saturn Dasha, fifth house for love, romance matter. It is not a very good Dasha. You can attract toxic relationship in your life. But if you are into any research oriented work, then it can be a great Dasha also. And transit wise, Saturn is going in through your eighth house, so be ready for some major changes. Finally, caught you live. Great. Congratulations. Normally, I am live on Saturdays, but I was free today, so don't think that I'm live every Thursday or something like that. I'm more doing live sessions on Saturday. Saturn, Mars, Sun, Ketu are in 12th house for Aries Ascendant, whereas 12th Lord Jupiter is conjunct with Moon in 9th house in his own house. What is the question? Thank you. You're welcome. Hello, Gratis. Can you recommend a book or website that teaches quality of science and houses in Vedic astrology? There are books. Graha Sutra may help you. Graha Sutra of Ernst Willem, that may help you. Okay. Regarding this, like 4 planets in the 12th house, person may be inclined towards spiritual life more, but as all 4 are malefics, like person may have a lot of stress in foreign lands. In this case, like person should avoid getting into foreign lands. Okay. uh, Jupiter in 9th house with Moon. This is like a person can be interested in spirituality, religion, philosophy, literature, and all these things. Taurus Ascendant, Ketu transit 6th house, Saturn transiting 10th house, aspecting 10th Lord in 7th house. Can I expect change of job, or what do I need to look for to promise job change? For job change, 9th house and 5th house are important. 9th house is the house of resignations, and 5th house is the house of like change of work environment. So 9th house and 5th house are more important. So when they are active through dasha and transits, at that time we can expect some job change coming. Okay, if there is Parivartan Yoga between Mercury and Mars, will they protect each other's house for Scorpios? And they are enemies to each other, and they don't share with each other anything. This is the main thing we need to understand with Parivartan Yoga. It is not that Parivartan Yoga helps you in every situation. First of all, Parivartan Yoga should happen between two friends, two friendly planets. Okay. Second thing, whatever they both represent in those matters, they will cooperate with each other. If they don't represent anything in common, then they will not cooperate. Mercury and Mars, first of all, they are enemies. Second thing, they don't represent anything in common. Means they both don't represent something. Okay. So if I remember well, their representations are very different from each other. Their nature is very different from each other. So that is why it is not a very strong Parivartan Yoga. Insights on Venus Rahu conjunction. So I would suggest don't consider it as a Parivartan Yoga. Consider it as a normal situation, normal planetary position. Insights on Venus Rahu conjunction in 10th house for Cancer Ascendant with having no aspect. High desires in relationship. Or person wants to be like super rich, or materialistic desires can be very high for this person. What is your view of Ketu in Cancer Ashlesha in the first house with Lagna ruler Moon in Scorpio, fifth house with Jupiter in Scorpio regarding physical and mental health of a personality of the native? This is difficult. Ketu in Cancer person feels like malnourished. They feel that no one understood their emotions correctly and all. So this is the difficulty first of all. Then Moon is also debilitated. Moon, which represents mind and which is ascendant lord here, it is also debilitated. So it is difficult. This person must meditate regularly, must get involved into spiritual activities, mystical and occult related, research oriented subjects. Then this combination can be utilized in better pursuits. Psychology can be a great field for this person. How does Saturn Ketu conjunction work in 7th house? It is really difficult. Okay, understand. Like Saturn is limitations, Ketu is separation. Saturn Ketu together is like almost no benefit from relationship. Only way relationship can function is like utter compromises, lots of accommodation, and possible long distance relationship. Okay, that is what, because none of them is a provider. Saturn, Ketu together. Okay. Current Mercury retrograde transit in Taurus ascendant first house can cause mental depression. It is combust in natal chart. uh, Taurus ascendant, it should not, unless like person is taking upon stress upon himself, then it's his wish, but otherwise it should not. It is in good dignity. And Mercury retrograde is it is normal retrograde. It retrogrades like 3-4 times in a year. So I will not say that it is going to be like very dangerous one for the person, but otherwise, like if this person utilizes the energy in educational matter, especially in financial matters like financial research and all, or any research of his interest and creativity, then things can be better. Okay. Also, like if they are feeling depression or anxiety, something like, they should get into meditation. His sun in the ninth house of birth chart activates Karaka Bhavanasha. No, like sun in ninth house. Ninth house Karaka is Jupiter, so sun will not. Please tell us the difference between exalted Saturn, debilitated Saturn, retrograde Saturn. Okay. Saturn is difficult. The similar thing is there. Saturn is always difficult. Okay. This is the one similar thing. You will find exalted Saturn also making you work hard, debilitated Saturn also making you work hard, retrograde Saturn also making you work. Now, what is the difference? Exalted Saturn person works hard and gets the result. Okay. On his own. Okay, that is the main important thing. He can put his own effort, he can put his own hard work, persevere, and get the result. Debilitated Saturn person may work hard, may need support of other people or other planets in the chart, and then he may get the result. Retrograde Saturn may not work hard. And he will reflect back. I should work hard. I should do this. I should do that. What I can do. It can bring lots of procrastination in the person. So this is the difference between like Saturn exalted, Saturn debilitated, Saturn retrograde. Retrograde Jupiter, retrograde Saturn conjunct in seventh house for Scorpio ascendant. How will it manifest itself? Seventh house Scorpio is like instability. Again, Saturn involved there is obviously difficult for relationship matters. Lots of instability in relationship, possible long distance relationship. If Ketu in the fourth house in birth chart makes a person should not buy a home in his home name to live in it. Yeah, individually it should not be independent property. But if they are buying in apartment system and all, that is fine. How does Venus react in Rakshira Nakshatra Padatri? Highly desire oriented person. Mragashira is like deer head. Deer head is always looking for next thing. Venus is desire, so they are always looking for the next desire. Do we apply yogas in Navamsha too, like for example, Parivartan Yoga? We can apply yogas and everything in Navamsha, but only in matters of the that chart represents. Navamsha represents your right life path. So if you are looking for someone's right life path, you can apply yoga and interpret accordingly. D10 chart represents your karma in life. If you are looking for karma in life, then you can apply yogas and interpret accordingly. But you cannot utilize yoga in D10 for seeing your relationship matters or seeing your childbirth. That is not possible. Okay, so utilize only for those particular matters, of those specific matters which a Navamsha chart represents. Hello. Mm, thank you, Maya ji. How are you? How would his spiritual life, Leo ascendant, if Jupiter, who sits in fourth house, aspects it? It depends on how much he wants to pursue his spiritual life. Okay, if he is interested in meditation and other spiritual pursuits, if he wants to if he likes to listen to other spiritual spiritual discourses and all, it depends on the person. There is a possibility, okay, with this type of position, that person can be involved spiritually, okay, and there is a possibility, but we cannot say that okay, they will be like highly spiritual and all that. That depends on the person and his efforts. If he wants to pursue, then he can get good result. If he doesn't want to pursue, no one can do that. This is where free will is. What is the difference between D1 and D9? D1 is for all the areas of life. D9 is for your right life path. What life path you should be following? You can see that. Your thoughts on impact on career if Bhrigu Bindu falling in 8th house for Gemini ascendant with Rahu combust moon combust Saturn in the same 8th house. That means Sun should also be there. Who is making them combust? Anyways, as I always say, career determination is kind of long analysis. It takes around 1 hour to find out some career thing. Okay, so I may not be able to help you with career thing, but Rahu conjunct Saturn and conjunct Moon in the 8th house. It shows like it is like a difficult position. Okay. Rahu Saturn conjunction is Shrapit Yoga. It is always a difficult one. I have it, so I know it. So, lots of frustration this person can have. Better to get into any research oriented career. Okay. Exalted Saturn for Cancer ascendant, debilitated Saturn for Virgo ascendant, and its aspects would create hardship in those areas of life too. Right. Okay. Saturn is always hardship. You can take it general rule. Some things we can take general rule in astrology, like Saturn. Saturn is always delay, hard work, perseverance, and all. Ketu always difficult. Okay, letting go of something and all, separation and all. That is Saturn Ketu conjunction always difficult. Rahu Saturn conjunction always difficult. Pap Kartari Yoga always difficult. So these are generic rules. They are not going to change. Okay. So this is for a Leo native, Moon Mars in 8th house with 4 planets in Jupiter, Nakshatra, Saturn, Ketu, Venus, Mars. In running Venus, Jupiter, Dasha, Jupiter is transiting in 8th house. What to expect? It requires long analysis. I cannot help you. If you have any conceptual question, please ask that. I am not giving any prediction here. Okay. Should we align with our D1 chart or D9 chart while Rahu in 10th house in D1 and in 4th house in D9? D9 gets aligned with D1 chart. D9 is coming out of your D1 chart. So D9 has no separate existence of itself. That's why I always prefer D1 chart. Mercury Rahu in Anuradha Nakshatra. Great. In 7th house Scorpio. Mars in 4th house Purva Falguni in D9. Can you please interpret this? No, I cannot, because I prefer D1 chart. Okay. I cannot directly jump into D9 chart and interpret. Okay. What would be the difference between the Lagna Lord exalted in the 6th house, 8th house, 12th house, and Lagna Lord in 6th house, 8th house, 12th house, exalted person, 6th, 8th, 12th, they represent difficulties, Dushtana houses. So, Lagna Lord in these houses, anyways, either exalted, debilitated, this means that person is facing lots of obstacles, lots of issues in life. If it is exalted, person puts best effort, he comes out of issues and he gains through those issues. Okay, he gains confidence, he gains money, something he gains out of those issues. If it is debilitated, now person needs to work really hard towards it, may need support of other people or other planets, and then he may be able to come out of it. Okay, so then it is like taxing. The person feels exhausted, that I'm putting lot of energy. That is the difference. uh, I'm fine, Priya madam. How are you? I will look into your questions tomorrow or day after. Okay. Universal ashram questions. With respect to current transit chart, will a Scorpio native be able to qualify competitive exam like Rahu is transiting sixth house? Should I look for to other combinations as well? Competitive exams are sixth house related matters. Look at sixth lord position also. First of all, dashas set up the event. So look at the dashas which the person is going through. And if sixth lord is in good dignity in birth chart, that is a good indication that person can have like good results in examinations and all. Okay, and if transits are also indicating the same thing, like if Mars is in this case, if Mars is like well placed in birth chart and it is good in transit also, it gives better chances. But again, I'm not giving any prediction here. It is just a comment. I don't know the planetary position. What does it mean if in D9 chart Ascendant Lord Mercury is seated with Venus Ketu in the seventh house, Pisces, Jupiter in ninth house? What is the life path? Sir, I don't jump into D9 chart. I like to see D1 chart first, then I go into D. They are always fine, Priya. Yeah, Priya, someone is my spokesperson. I have appointed some spokesperson. They are here to talk on behalf of me. Uh, can you analyze my chart? Yeah, I can. You can send your request, but I'm not analyzing charts here in this session. Have read somewhere that debilitated sun gives more wealth than exhorted sun. Is it true? It can be the possibility because of different reasons. Understand, and every debilitated planet can give you best result. Okay, can you give you great money? Because when planets are debilitated, that means person has low morals also. Okay, so like they won't mind cheating someone. They won't mind having doing some fraud, doing some scam. So then that's where obviously they will earn more money. Okay, so when planets are debilitated, you don't have much morals to follow. Okay, I should earn only this way, or I will not do anything wrong, I will not hurt others, nothing like that. Okay, planets are debilitated, person is not thinking that much. How Trishadaya houses, what are Trishadaya houses affect our life? Your views in brief, sir. What are these houses? I don't even know Trishadaya houses. I have Saturn in Capricorn 10th house. Great. But I guess I'm acting as per retrograde Saturn. I keep reflecting and procrastinating. Rahu in 10th house too. Okay. So this like Rahu Saturn together is like, as I said, it is a difficult combination. You must be 1990, 91 born. What can a native do to transform their life? You have to push yourself. You have to like put yeah, whenever you feel procrastinating something, put double effort, put triple effort at that time. You have to go beyond this procrastination. This is like difficult conjunction. Rahu Saturn, I have. Okay, Rahu Saturn in Leo. You have to go beyond this procrastination. Then only you have to be habitual of hard work. This is the best example. Today, I had no consultation in evening. Okay, so I could have easily taken rest. But okay, what to do? So I started this session. It is not the usual day. I normally do sessions on Saturday, but I started the session. Why? Rahu Saturn in the 10th house. I have to do something. How can I take rest? So this type of habit you have to develop, that you need to always be doing something. Okay. Then only you can go over this Rahu Saturn. Why the universe is created, why animals and humans born, what's the purpose behind, and ask the person who has created it why you are bothering me. I am not his spokesperson as you are mine. Okay. How is Saturn Ketu in seventh house with respective of to the masses public image? They can have lots of issues uh, with masses, with public, and they may not be very popular people. They may not like to get involved with a lot of people. Saturn Ketu cutting off. So this is like a difficult planetary position. Okay. uh, Public image and all. With time it may improve, but largely it is difficult. What are your views on Vastu? Vastu is good. Uh, Understand every knowledge is good. Astrology, Vastu, numerology, palmistry, shamanism, Akashic records, Kabbalah, tarot, everything is fine. Knowledge is fine. You need to find the right person. Person can be wrong. Okay. There is no problem with medical science, but doctor can be wrong. So find the right person. Vastu is fine, but you need to find the right person. Rahu Saturn in third house of a Leo. So then, if there is no Saturn Dasha, Rahu Dasha, will it make any impact in life? It is always making an impact in life. Rahu Saturn in the third house, Leo, get into your own business. Okay. What about Moon Exalted in sixth, being the eighth lord? Person may get into conflicts in matters of relationship, but they may come out of the conflicts or obstacles. They may have the strong mindset for dealing with the conflicts and obstacles. Mercury Mahadasha since 2015, Scorpio Lagna, Mercury is sitting in Virgo, Uttara Falguni. Since then, I started real estate business, but I have been going through many issues, in personal issues and ups and downs. I have read that first of Mercury Dasha in my case is of Gemini Rashi, second half of Virgo Rashi. Any betterment for next half? Any prediction takes long analysis. Thank you. Okay, I am not giving any prediction here. Okay, a simple analysis, chart analysis takes at least 1 hour for me. Okay, so if anyone has any real concern going on, just apply for consultation from astrologer of yours. Taking any advice like a one comment is not going to help you. uh, how much importance you give for bhavattam? I don't know what it is, so I don't give any importance. Does debilitated Saturn in 10th house Cancer Ascendant prevent from stable job, lead to contract-based jobs only? They should not be working under other people. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Priya. Uh, I guess I might have exhausted all the question for universal assurance. We will see. Mind is a factory of questions. Okay, don't worry. You will have more questions. Some limited generalized insights on kind of spouse the person will get if he has Venus as Lagna Lord placed in the 10th house of Cancer with Rahu. No, astrology and marriage has no connection with each other. You need to read my articles. You are still new on my channel or my site. Okay, and marriage and astrology has no connection with each other. What will be the habits of a person with weak Mars? Aggressive. Okay, mostly you will see them aggressive. Aggressive, maybe like violent also. Okay, So understand it like this. Weak Mars means Mars is aggression, action, and weak Mars, that means that aggression or actions are not finding the right direction. So they are throwing their action and aggression in wrong directions. So this is like I am angry at someone else, and I'm throwing my anger at someone else. This type of thing can happen with Mars being a weak in chart or in transit also. How the person can go illicit with debilitated Saturn and go illicit? I don't know how they can go. And they may decide to go illicit. What is illicit? I don't know. Everything is fine as per the universe. How we can interpret Rahu in Scorpio in the second house and Ketu in Taurus in eighth house. Rahu in Scorpio second house, lots of instability in family life, especially in early childhood. Ketu in eighth house Taurus, very good for financial nature of research. Any kind of research oriented activities, this is great position. Rahu in Scorpio can also make someone very good with occult and mystical things, but family life is kind of difficult. Why Saturn is debilitated in Aries, the house of Mars. Mars and Saturn both represent discipline. Still, Saturn is debilitated in Aries because Saturn is servant. Saturn wants to serve others, and Aries is the sign of individuality. So when Saturn is in Aries, that means like person is working for himself, individuality. Okay, he is looking for his own growth, whereas Saturn wants to serve others. He wants to serve other people rather than looking for his own growth. So that's why it is not getting the proper environment. Mars is enemy for Saturn. Saturn is slow planet, while Aries is fiery, so Saturn gets debilitated in Aries. By this rule, Saturn should get debilitated in Scorpio also. Okay. Saturn Rahu 10th, I think I also feel some sort of mental pressure, like mind is always tired and restless when I'm procrastinating and when I'm pushing myself. The inner voice won't shut up. Moon in 12th house Pisces. Saturn from 10th aspects it with the third aspect, right? So as I said, you need to push yourself. Uh, Thank you. You're welcome. What does it mean when a chart is called a Saturn dominated? Like most of the planets can be in Saturn sign or in Saturn conjunction. Ascendant can also be Saturn. Okay, these things can happen when like we say that a chart is Saturn dominated. So Saturn's impact can be on many planets. How Shadbala of planets impact a chart? Shadbala eventually leads to the dignity. Okay, dignity, sign-based dignity and all. So that is at the end of the day in astrology, dignity runs the show. So if you know the dignity, then you somehow covered the Shadbala. Okay, Shadbala has different points, but eventually the dignity is the most important. Which houses of planets represent job and business? 10th house represents working under other people. Third house, 7th house, 11th house represents business. Third house is sole proprietorship, 7th house is partnership business, and 11th house is entrepreneurship. Sorry for this, but please, my dad had big health issue. Please pray for him. I am sorry to hear this. My prayers are with him. Also, like health consultations are free from my side. If you think that I can be of any help with this health matter, please feel free to like send his birth details and health issues. I will be happy to help. Okay, as soon as possible. My email address is given on the top of the website. Even WhatsApp number is given. So if you like, you can directly message now on WhatsApp. I will be happy to help. Plus this, as I said, health consultations are free, so no need to pay for it. Okay. Please take care. How to determine if Mars, if is strong or weak? Mars is enemy to Saturn, but gets exalted in Aries. Mars gets exalted in Capricorn. And what about Mars in Taurus? Would it be call it weak or strong? Mars gets exalted in Capricorn, not in Aries. Aries and Scorpio are own sign. Taurus is like neutral dignity. Okay. Then why it gets exalted in Capricorn is this, the environment thing. Exaltation, debilitation depends on environment a planet gets. Like I said, Saturn gets at the worst environment in Aries. Saturn wants to serve other people. Aries has nothing to do with other people. Aries is about individuality. Okay. Your own individuality. Then that's why like Saturn feels debilitated here. Now, why Mars gets exalted in Capricorn? Mars is soldier. Soldier is best when he works under the authority or under the law. Okay. If soldier is not working under the law, then there is no difference between a soldier and a criminal. They both have gun in their hand. They both can shoot anyone. Okay. So that is why soldier like Mars is best when it is in Capricorn. Capricorn is the sign of law and authority. As I said before, Mars in weak dignity means actions and efforts are not getting the right direction. Here, Mars in Capricorn is that actions and effort are getting right direction. Person is working under the law. What planets' houses are significators of delay, laziness in life? Saturn. Should we consider exaltation, debilitation of shadow planets like Ketu in Gemini? No, they are neither exalted nor debilitated. They are just there. Why, Prajakta ji? How are you? Why new moon's birth in chart consider inauspicious? I don't consider inauspicious. Everything is auspicious. If universe is giving birth to a child, then it is the most auspicious thing. If it is associated with weak mind or moon, then any remedy, meditation. Okay, with any remedy for moon or mind is meditation, as I told you earlier. So I don't think that any kind of birth is inauspicious. Birth is coming out of universe, out of the God, out of the source energy. How it can be inauspicious? Nothing like that. Don't worry. Cancer Lagna, Ninad ji, क्या हाल चाल है? 10th Lord Mars is in the 9th house, fine, with Sun, Mercury, Saturn. 9th Lord Jupiter is in the 8th house with Ketu. What does it indicate about the career? Career determination is a long process, but when so many planets are in the 9th house, I can say that this person must get into any work related with guiding and counseling people, sharing his knowledge with the people. It can be like work of research oriented knowledge also. Okay. If 10th house represents working under other people, what does it indicate if it has Venus Rahu conjunction working under female boss? Person should not work under other people when malefic planets are involved in the 10th house. What about combustion of planets? Is combustion always weak? Nothing is always for life. Okay. So combustion means person can have issues in initial life, and the person will learn those things in through his experiences. Understand the best way to understand combustion is that combustion happens because of sun represents father. So if a person has few planets combust, that shows the absence of father in life. Like father was not present in person's life to guide him properly. In that scenario, now person has to learn things by himself. Like sun let's say Sun Venus conjunction. Venus is combust. Venus is the relationship and finance. So this person never got any guidance from father in matters of relationship and matters of finance. So now this person will go through experiences in life, and then he will learn how to handle his relationship better, how to handle his finance better. Thank you. You're welcome. Taurus ascendant Saturn in the first house, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Jupiter, Rahu in eighth house. Your brief assessment. Get into eighth house related activities. Any research oriented knowledge. Right. If Saturn is in Capricorn, then it aspects Libra with its which is his with its 10th aspect. Then is this aspect good? We can never associate word good with Saturn. Saturn is always difficult. Then if Mars is in Libra, combust with the Sun, but it is in Capricorn in Navamsha chart, then does this Mars gets the strength? Sun is anyways in Libra and neutral dignity, so it is not a weak Sun. Insight on Libra Lagna, Vargotama, both D1 and D9 chart, and having Mars in Libra Lagna in both D1 and D9 chart. Person can be very courageous. They can have a strong immune system, a strong health, and their life path can be same throughout life. Like whatever they have started doing initially in their life, they may continue to do in later life. It is like many people change their professions, their path. This person may not change. Is Sun 5 degree in 5 degree 11th house 11th sign. Mercury 26 degree, would we consider Mercury be combust? Mercury is never combust unless it is like within 1 degree or 2 degree of Sun. Mercury is always habitual of Sun's heat. Don't worry about Mercury. Okay. So Mercury is never combust. Like I have Mercury retrograde exalted and combust in 9th house. How can this be interpreted? Exalted, I think, not exhausted. So Mercury is exalted, that is good. Then it is retrograde, that means it is closer to Earth. Then it is combust also. Combust also. So like in initial life, then this person will have problem with Mercury related matters, either collection of information, higher education and all. They may reflect back a lot on 9th house related matters like higher education and all, but eventually they will get their higher education. So eventually they will get the result of exalted Mercury, but initially, like combustion and retrograde will also give the result. Reflection back will happen, and they will have work hard towards it. Okay. Krishna Rajji. Oh, right. Uh, Venus Mercury in 10th house Pisces. I am doing my PhD. Will I be successful? My good wishes are with you. You should be successful. Okay. Work hard. Most people have Sun Mercury conjunction, so most people don't get lessons related with Mercury from father. When it comes very close, like within 1 or 2 degrees, like I have within 2 degrees, my father was absent from my life. That's it. So it requires like very close conjunction. Then Rahu Mercury conjunction in 7th house for Taurus ascendant lead to skin ailments, right? Allergies. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. I'm very well. How to see afterlife from person's chart? I mean, somebody passes away then. So we are concerned about past life. We are concerned about afterlife. We are not concerned about what we have in our hand right now. This life is not important, right? So this is the whole problem. We are concerned about the past. We are concerned about the future. We are not concerned about the moment, which is most important. If we can make any change in life, it is right now. It is this life right now. And we are concerned about past life, or we are concerned about afterlife. Don't worry about all that. Let universe take care of it. Whatever is afterlife, whatever is past life. If at all you want to know what happens after someone's death, read this book. It is named मैं मृत्यु सिखाता हूँ. It is of Osho. मैं मृत्यु सिखाता हूँ in Hindi, and in English it is and now and here. And and now and here, and here. Okay. And now and here in English, and in Hindi it is मैं मृत्यु सिखाता हूँ. It is all about like uh, past, present, and future lives. Okay. And that will help you. Thank you, sir, for your time. Can you offer also courses on astrology? Right. I'm going through a class right now, but it is in midway. I will let you know if I start something. Is Swati Nakshatra related to feet or shoes? What if sun is in Swati Nakshatra? Shravana and Nakshatra is related to feet. I'm not sure about Swati. Okay. Sun in Swati means person should work independently to get the result. How to analyze Graha Yuddha? Mars, Saturn, Mars is right. Saturn will overpower. Person would have to work hard for his higher education and recognition. If someone has Sun, Mars, Mercury, retrograde, Jupiter in first house is Scorpio, which planet has the most impact? Who wins here? Sun, Mars, Jupiter. Mars is in own sign. It is winning. This is you're welcome, Prajakta ji. Jupiter in 11th house, Pisces ascendant, Saturn in the first house. Will the debilitation get cancelled? Do I have Neech Bhang Raj Yoga? It is there, but it is like Saturn is Saturn. So even there, you will get result with hard work and perseverance, not easy result. I want to join astrology course, sir. I will let you know if I start something new. But right now, it is midway. There is no point in joining at 50% of course. So it's already over. 15 sessions we have already gone through. So there is no point in joining now. I will let you know if I start something new. I will post on Facebook or YouTube and all. Okay. Great. Thank you. Can you speak in Hindi? बोलिए. सब हिंदी में भी बात कर लेंगे आपसे. Animal lover. What is the importance of degree of planets when in conjunction? I always find it difficult to consider them in conjunction, because some point or the other in your life they will get activated. Suppose if Jupiter is at 5 degree, Sun is at 25 degree in Cancer sign, one time or the other in life, then this person will have Moon Dasha or Antardasha. Moon will activate Cancer. They both will be getting activated. So they both will give the result. मेरी कुंडली देख दो प्लीज, बहुत परेशान हूँ गुरु. यहाँ पे कुंडली नहीं देखता सर मैं. अगर कोई कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन है तो वो पूछ लीजिए. कुंडली देखने में टाइम लगता है, मुझे टाइम लगता है. मैं वो छोटा मोटा एस्ट्रोलॉजर हूँ, मुझे टाइम लगता है. Can death date time be actually calculated from natal chart? Not looking for a formula, but some insights, please. I don't know. If anyone can do it, well and good. Atmakarka is most important, or Lagna Lord. Everything is important. Okay. Take care. Bye.